Chapter 7. Pain of the Past Part 7. Naruto's Future Part 1. Naruto's soul, Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, both were inside of Naruto's seal, in the deepest part of his soul where the Kyuubi lies. Seeing their adopted son floating while unconscious while discovering Naruto has in fact the Kyuubi brought whole new questions to their mind, and also a new event came. Minato and Kushina seen themselves within Naruto's seal. The question brings, how is it possible? You're me. Minato looked shocked. That I am. The other Minato said. Kushina looked at the other Kushina as she was speechless, as the other Kushina just smiled. This should be interesting to watch. Kurama grew a smile. What the hell is going on here? Why is there two of us? And why is the Kyuubi seal inside Naruto? Kushina yelled at her other self. Because we are Naruto's actually parents and I seal the Kyuubi inside of him. The other Minato said. What? The couple yelled at their other selves, what's going on here? Why is there two of us, and what do you mean you seal the Kyuubi inside Naruto? Minato asked his other self. Even I do not know how this came to be. The other Minato said. Kurama chuckled. His chuckle was heard by all. I can explain what has happened, for a price. Kurama growled. Sorry, freedom isn't on the price list. Minato told Kurama. But Kurama laughed anyway, which made everyone raise an eyebrow. I will be free, but in time. I will be free, I have foreseen it. But the price I ask is for Naruto's sake. I have been seal within his seal for 12 years. 12 long years, the boy has sacrificed himself not once, not twice but 3 times to ensure of this. Kurama said. What do you mean he sacrificed himself 3 times? Minato of the past asked. Naruto has traveled through time to make the impossible possible. Kurama said. What does he mean? Kushina asked. He means Naruto went back in time to stop him from his losing family. The other Kushina said with a frown, as both Kushinas look at the floating Naruto. You mean, we? Minato said with a frown, as other Minato nodded. Yes, the parents of Naruto Uzumaki. Which is you, are dead in his timeline. Their Naruto was raised barely, and Naruto raised himself, teaching himself from right to wrong and many other things. Kurama spoke. What do you mean? Naruto should have been raised by the village. It was in my will if anything happens to me and Kushina. Sarutobi and the village would help raise Naruto. Other Minato said. Do you really think your village would listen to you? Or did you think the elders would allow such a dead man's wish come true? Kurama laughed at both Minatos. How did we die? Minato asked both his other self and Kurama. We died giving our lives for the village and for Naruto. Kyuubi was going to murder Naruto, both Kushina and I got in the way and was impaled by one of his claws. I made Naruto a Jinchuriki before we die. I made our son a Jinchuriki so the village could be saved. The other Minato explained to his past self and other Kushina. So you made Naruto a Jinchuriki to save the village. But why are the two of you here? Kushina asked, while both she and Minato were confused seeing their counterparts here within Naruto's seal. While Kushina was giving birth, a masked man attacked us. He stole the Kyuubi and ripped it out from Kushina's seal. Kushina survived having the Kyuubi taken out of her, but she was left greatly weakened. Other Minato said. I used my chakra to help Minato take him down. I was nearing my end. I was plan on dying with the Kyuubi if that took to save Naruto. Other Kushina looked at Naruto with a frown. As her heart ached in pain seeing what her son's future has become. I couldn't handle the thought of living a life without Kushina. So I plan on using her chakra so she could see Naruto again. Without her I couldn't become Hokage or the great man everyone saw me as. She made me what I became in Naruto's timeline, the hero. Other Minato sighed with a small smile. Minato of Naruto's timeline saw his past self walking towards him. I understand. Kushina is everything to me. I would be torn apart if anything would ever happen to her. Minato smiled at his Kushinas. But Minato's eyes looked over to Naruto. Minato's smile soon vanished that moment. But, Minato started. Bam! Other Minato was knocked to the ground. Minato! Both Kushinas yelled as other Kushina went over to her husband's side. That doesn't give you the right to give up, especially on being a father, though it would pains me to live without Kushina in my life. In your timeline I became a father, Naruto's father. Now I understand why he couldn't look me in the eye or why he was afraid to tell us. Though we did what we thought was the greater good for the village. You abandon your child, your son. Minato yelled at his counterpart and his wife. I am you, wouldn't you do the same? Other Minato spoke as he stared. Browse just in community forum beta story search anime/manga/anime/Naruto/anime/Naruto/ plus, Minato glare at his counterpart. Minato tightened his fists as he was ready to the other Minato another punch. But Kushina touched Minato's right shoulder as he looked at his wife. Kushina shook her head. Minato sighed with his eyes closed. Minato opened his eyes and turned his sights on Naruto. What has happened is in your past, but it is our future. Naruto was abandoned. No amount of betrayal would equal to the thought of being abandoned. We saw a piece of what Naruto went through. You have no idea what hell you brought on your son, our son. Minato never felt so angry at himself. But that doesn't mean we didn't care or loved him. Naruto was our son, we gave our lives to save him. Though the pain Naruto been through, my words cannot heal his wounds. But I did this so Naruto could see Kushina, his mother. I could never give Naruto the love she could. She loved him more than I could ever love him, and I am his father. I would gladly give my life for him, that is a father's duty. My plan backfired, no one listened to me. I wondered, did Jiraiya do anything about it? He's the boy's godfather after all. Other Minato said. That idiot pervert. Much like everyone else, he didn't lift a damn finger to help raise the kid. He didn't even bother to show up. He did show up, only 12 years later. He became the boy's sensei for a time. No one adopted him, no loved him, no one gave him the respect he wanted. Only a few knew who he was. And whose child he was. But none darned to give a damn. Do you what that does to a person's mind, to a child? Especially one who's a Jinchuriki. Kurama spoke to the parents of Naruto Uzumaki of both timelines. The room was filled with silence for about 5 minutes. I didn't think so. Though he was my host, and I didn't care. I kept your boy alive, buying my time. Kurama said. For what? Kushina asked. For his death, but he surprised me. The other past Jinchuriki of the other-tailed beast either betrayed their villages or found peace in suicide. Though my hosts have never done such a thing, Naruto was so very close one time. But every day he put a mask eating up whatever bullshit they gave him. Bit by bit anger became hatred and hatred become darkness and that darkness formed Naruto's dark personally. The real Naruto Uzumaki, deep down inside he hates everyone within the village. He hates every single one of them. He even has a bit of hatred even for you too. Kurama smiled. You lie. Both Kushinas shouted. Says the woman who birthed him only agreed to her husband's plan. That plan was a failure. Your son is not a hero to Konoha. He's a Jinchuriki, a demon, a freak, a monster. A tool and waiting of being used until his time is up. By using my power, Naruto shortened his long lifespan. Because of you Minato your son will die. Kurama glared at the two Minatos but mainly the one who sealed him away. But that can't be, we can fix Naruto's seal we can still live him. Kushina said. Not likely. Naruto traveled back in time 3 times. The 3rd time screw up our chakra line. Giving him chakra cancer, Naruto was a dead boy the moment he came to the past. But you Kushina were able to fix the seal. But Naruto used my power to save you, he reached 7 tails of my power. The seal is shattered now. The chakra cancer still inside of him if he turns back, he will die, using the time-traveling jutsu need chakra to work. What many doesn't know is, the chakra that was used wasn't just chakra. It's the chakra of your lifespan. Naruto used it 3 times now, plus using my power short half of his. Kurama explained to both Minatos and Kushinas. No, there's something we can do. There's must be something we can do. Minato bared his teeth. There is. But there is a price. Kurama said. What? Both Minatos and Kushinas yell. Sacrifice. A large amount of chakra must be given up to equal up to the amount Naruto has lost. I would give Naruto some of mine, but however I am locked away. But I see the answer to your problem lies within you Kushina. Kurama stared at his former host. Kushina looked at herself and looked down at her pregnant stomach. No, not that type of sacrifice. I still need Naruto. The time-sealed jutsu will dispel soon. If that happens Naruto will be sent back to his time only to die. Leaving you two trapped inside a dead boy's seal. There is a way for Naruto to stay in the past without sacrificing himself anymore. Kurama explained. He wants us to sacrifice him, the other Kyuubi. Other Kushina said as Kurama nodded. But won't that mean you are sacrificed too? Minato asked. Yes and no. Kushina will sacrifice the other me for Naruto's life. In that way I will remain here in Naruto's seal. His chakra will replace the chakra Naruto have lost. I will be the Kyuubi of this timeline, because Naruto will have the lifespan of my past self. He will live as Naruto's new chakra and I will be able to continue my life. Kurama's eyes stared down at them. Both Minato's and Kushina's looked into Kurama's and saw his red eyes weren't angry as they were before. All of this to save Naruto. Kushina frowned, but Minato grabbed Kushina's right hand and held it tight. I will have my freedom. But I will have Naruto what he desire. Naruto and I made a deal. A deal that will be done very soon. You cannot stop the fate of Naruto. He will be a Jinchuriki, and there must be a 9 tails. Without that need, time will go off. Minato, Kushina, you can make a change that will make Naruto's life better. For the one you see before you and the Uzumaki you carried within you, Kushina. What of the other you? Surely he wouldn't agree to something like this. Both Minato said. We talked of this long ago. This must happen. I cannot allow Naruto to die. Why? You would have your freedom. You always hated us. Other Minato said. Because of him, Naruto. I've watched him grow for 12 years. I have my reason wanting him alive, reasons for neither of you to know. As I said, I will be free one day. Naruto will hold the end of his deal and so will I. Are you ready, Kushina? You will be greatly weakened but you will live and so will Naruto. Kurama looked at Naruto. How do we do this? Kushina asked. You must open your seal. I have already linked Naruto's seal with yours. But you must open yours for it to begin. This will need the help of 2. Kurama looked at the other Minato and Kushina as they nodded. The parents of Naruto Uzumaki nod their heads together. They were doing this to save Naruto, to undo the sin they would have done. It was time to make things right. Outside of Naruto's seal, seventh-tailed Kurama Naruto stood there frozen in place as he held Minato and Kushina in his right hand. With Kushina's chakra chains still impaled in him and in them. Naruto fell to his knees so suddenly and rested his right hand down, letting his parents go safely. Kushina's chakra chains vanished from theirs and Naruto's body. Suddenly a bright light shined from Naruto's stomach. Pair of white chakra chains came out from him and wrapped around him completely, only leaving his head exposed. The chains gripped Naruto's body tightly as Naruto let out a powerful roar. Dark red smoke was spray out from the chains. Naruto's height size lowers down. Naruto shrunk down to his originally height level. He lost his 7 tails but still had 4 left. The red chakra that shielded him from disappears, leaving a red-faced Naruto. The chains finally let go of its grip on him. Naruto was down on his knees. His skin all over was red, he was completely burned by his own blood. Naruto was shirtless but still had his pants on. Naruto's seal on his stomach was completely different now, a brand new seal, while the seal on Kushina's stomach was gone. Kushina and Minato woke up after they heard Naruto groan in pain. Naruto, Minato said as the two saw Naruto was down on his knees. He was just about ready to crash down. Minato ran over to Naruto to catch him before he hit the ground. I hoped it worked. Minato said as Kushina nodded. I know it worked. I know it did, Naruto. You will never suffer ever again. We promise. Kushina said to her son. Minato carried Naruto in his arms and left the battleground with his wife. They now know the truth about Naruto. But however they don't know the whole story, that story they hoped Naruto would tell them. As the Uzumaki family left the battleground, the remaining ninjas of the hidden cloud village that survived the battle against Naruto hide themselves on the other side of the forest. Now, we can take them. The kid is out and we can take them. Naruto had killed all but 2 remaining cloud ninjas. They escape and hide themselves hoping Naruto would return to normal. But that task is not yours to fulfill. A voice spoke behind them. Before the cloud ninjas even had a chance to respond who was there. They were quickly disposed of by a shadowy figure. The dark figure watched the Uzumaki family from afar as Konoha ninjas arrive on scene. So Kushina Uzumaki is no longer the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. That boy now holds it. This will set my plans back just a bit. Enjoy your happiest for now, Minato. The shadowy figure vanished into nothingness. 3 days later, Naruto woke up in the hospital of Konoha. When he opened his eyes, the first thing he saw was his parents looking down at him. They were both smiling at him. Kushina's eyes was watery, she was ready to cry. Kushina hugged her son and cried anyway while Minato sweat dropped but smiled anyway. Naruto wasn't sure what was going on. The last thing he remembers was being buried underground. His body hurts and his memories were like a shattered puzzle. What happened? He asked them. A lot. Minato said. I don't remember, Mom, you're safe. Kushina nodded. All thanks to you. Minato grinned. Naruto, we know the truth. We know who you really are. Minato said. Naruto gasped for a moment. He lowered his head down with a frown. Don't be ashamed. Naruto, we know why. And we understand what happened caused you so much pain. We love you, Naruto, that will never change. And so did the parents of your time. Kushina told her son, as she and Minato hugged him. But, how did you know all of this? Naruto looked so confused as his parents let go of him. Because the Nine Tails told us everything, and because of him, we save you, we fix your seal, it's good as new. And you don't have to worry about going back. We fixed that problem too. Minato told his son. I'm still kind of confused here. He rubbed the back of his head. We'll tell you later, but right now. Just rest up, okay, kid? Minato smiled as he rubbed Naruto's head. Kushina kissed Naruto on the right cheek as his parents left the room, giving him time alone to let him take of this in. Kid, what they say is true. Kurama's voice was heard. Can you explain everything? I will, but listen, I am going to say this once. It's a real long one. Hokage's tower, meeting room Minato, we have call of this meet. We would like to know what happened 4 days ago. And we want the truth. Danzo said, as Danzo was accompanied by the 2 elders of Konoha, Hamura and Koharu. Hiruzen and Biwako were also there. Well, it's not going to be easy. I need your help on this one, Hiruzen-san, Biwako-sama. The Sarutobi couple nodded. Kushina and I adopted a young boy a few days ago. We first met him few months back. He's an orphan from another village. Which one I do not know, but he's a Jinchuriki. Well, we thought he was one. Minato said as both he and Kushina made up a good and believable cover story. What do you mean you thought he was? Hamura asked Minato. Well, he has the chakra of a bijou. It must have happened a while back during Mitosama's time. The Kyuubi was on a rampage after Madara was defeated, right? A lot of chakra the beast must have leaked out. I believe someone must have gathered that leaking chakra and tried to make their own Jinchuriki from just its chakra. That's what our adopted son, Naruto, is. Minato explained to everyone. The story was very believable, so believable even Hiruzen and Biwako believed it. When the ninjas from the hidden cloud came for that peach path, it was a lie just to enter our village to kidnap Kushina, like they did years ago. Naruto tried his best to save Kushina, but was struck down and was buried alive. I believe he hit his breaking point and transformed into what I believe was seventh-tailed form. He looked just like the Kyuubi in that transformation state. I arrived to find the Cloud Ninja dead and Kushina was wounded but not enough not to hurt the baby. Minato held Kushina's right hand as she sat beside him. Go on. Danzo said. I wasn't sure what happened, but Kushina and I was grabbed by him and we ended up inside Naruto's seal. My theory was right, he did have the Kyuubi's chakra. From his chakra he had a direct link to the Kyuubi from Kushina's seal. So you're telling us, the boy was a fake Jinchuriki? Homura asked as both Kushina and Minato nodded. Interesting, Danzo rubbed his chin. Naruto was also dying. During his life in whatever village he was from. He used the power of the Kyuubi numerous of time. Each time shortened his lifespan, in order to save his life. We made him a Jinchuriki. Minato said. Each of the elder was shocked to hear of this. What? How dare you do something like this without us knowing? Danzo yelled. Easy, calm yourself. Naruto is an Uzumaki. His parents must have been one of my clan members. He was able to handle it. I gave the Kyuubi to him in order to save his life. We did this to save our adopted son's life. Naruto's young, we believe he can do it. I was 10 when I became a Jinchuriki. Kushina spoke for her husband's behalf. What of the cancer the boy has? Biwako asked. Cancer. Danzo yelled. Danzo, will you shut your mouth and listen for once? Koharu said. Danzo glared at the young couple for a moment before nodding. Naruto escaped his village and came here to Konoha. But before that his chakra was sealed. Months of having his chakra sealed he grown sick and became very ill. Tsunade told us he had chakra cancer and didn't have long to live. But however, giving Naruto the Kyuubi and fixing his seal has cured him. He's only 12 years old but has suffered a lot of abuse. I can read it all over him. Kushina sighed with a large frown. Old scars cannot be healed completely, but he will find a better life. He will stay and remain as your adopted son, but it's up to you two, Kushina and Minato, to make sure the boy doesn't have to use the power you have given him for wrong use. You were once its host, Kushina. You will be his Jinchuriki trainer. Give him time to heal. Once that is done, have him join in the academy. I believe he and Asuma and Itachi will be good friends for the boy. Biwako said. Hiruzen agreed with his wife. Thank you, Biwako-sama. Kushina smiled. This ends today's meeting. Hiruzen said. Not so fast, Hiruzen. Danzo spoke. What is it, Danzo? Hiruzen sighed. It's about our friends from the hidden cloud. We just have gotten a letter from the wreckage. Danzo told everyone. What does he want? Minato said with a frown. They completely decline anything their men have done with the kidnapping of Kushina Uzumaki, and demand the life of the one whom killed their men who came to form the peace path. Danzo's news not only upset the elders within the room but the Uzumaki family as well. What? That's... Minato bared his teeth. That's bullshit. Kushina yelled. They tried to kidnap me. Naruto nearly died to save me. And now they acted if they didn't have anything to do with what happened 4 days ago. Kushina's anger was peaking. Kushina, calm down, it's not good for the baby. Deep breaths now, remember. Biwako tried to calm down the young mother. They say if we do not hand over the one who took their lives, they will claim war against Konoha. Danzo said. We already had problems enough as it is. Minato sighed while shaking his head. They do not know who the ones who killed their men were. They only know it was someone from Konoha. They have given us a month to decide the choice. Danzo informed everyone. A month, huh? Minato closed his eyes thinking on the subject. We cannot give them Naruto. Biwako said. The kid had it real rough. He was close to death and just giving his life for saving Kushina. Hamura spoke. For now we will deal with this later. For now this meeting is over. Kushina, Minato go see how's Naruto is doing. We will see you both later. Hiruzen told the young couple. Kushina and Minato left the meeting room first before the others did. If the boy wasn't a full Jinchuriki, handing him over wouldn't be a problem. Danzo said. How cold-hearted you must be to save this village, you fool. Biwako asked Danzo. I will keep this village safe by any cost. You know that, Biwako, and so does you, Hiruzen. Danzo glared. Yes, that is why you weren't chosen to be Hokage. We will find a way without having Kushina, Minato, or Naruto in harm's way. Minato is the youngest ever to be Hokage. He is young, there is still much he needs to learn of how a Hokage deal with matters such as this. But for now we will deal with this without having them knowing. Hamura said. You think that be wise? Don't think Minato doesn't have others listening in on all for him to know. He's young but he's not stupid. Biwako said while staring at Hamura. Many so would think that. Danzo said. Kushina's parents died when she was young. Being her godmother, I know Minato won't be used as a tool. Biwako and Hiruzen after Biwako was finished talking. She's right, you know. Koharu said to her elder allies. But for how long? Hamura said with a frown. Elsewhere in an unknown location, Kushina Uzumaki is no longer the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. The shadowy figure spoke to a group of people in the dark. Is this a setback to your plans? A woman's voice spoke in the dark. Only a little bit. I will set you two to get the job done. The shadowy figure said. Who is our target? A man's voice spoke in the dark. The adopted son of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. Your target is the Nine Tails Jinchuriki, Naruto Uzumaki. Minato Namikaze. He became the fourth Hokage not too long ago, didn't he? The woman in the dark said. He is also one of Jiraiya's students. His most favorite, many say. The shadowy figure said, as the unknown man and woman remained silent in the dark. Did my words trouble you? Knowing your target is one of your sensei's students, child? No, it did not. Our past with Jiraiya no longer exists. The man in the dark said. The man stood out from the shadows. The man had long red color hair, his eyes were purple color but had a strange look to them. Beside the red hair man was a very beautiful blue hair woman with beautiful amber eyes. The two wore black coats with red clouds on them. Are sure you two can handle it? Nagato, your legs, are they still bothering you? The shadowy figure asked. Don't worry about me, Toby. I can handle myself fine. It's been a few months since Yahiko died. If what you say is true, then this boy has the key we need to save this world from its ultimate end. Konoha will pay for what they did, and all within the land of fire shall know pain. To be continued next chapter. Naruto will tell Kushina and Minato everything that happened in his timeline. Will the young couple take it well, or will a certain few people will face the wrath of the Uzumaki family? A while ago I did a poll for everyone to vote for the girl to be in Naruto's life, and well, here is the turnout. Here are the women of the poll of their number of votes and the reason why they were picked. Koyuki Kazuhana, the Snow Princess. She was a young child when Kakashi was in Umbu, so it's possible of her meeting Naruto. Has 70 votes. Young Konan during early years of Akatsuki, much like Nagato and Naruto. She was a student of Jiraiya, has 69 votes. Hana Inazuka, Kiba's older sister, since Kiba isn't born yet. Why not try it? Has 63 votes. Young Kurinai Yuhi, being a young genin or jounin during this time. Give Naruto a chance to start anew with all, has 67 votes. Young Shizen, Naruto has never met Tsunade or Shizen of his timeline, so it would be a good chance to know them. Here has 59 votes. Anko Mitarashi, Naruto could change her fate with Orochimaru or try to help her deal with it, has 66 votes. Fem Itachi, many of you have asked me of this and believe they make a cute couple, has 70 votes. Guren, like Fem Itachi, many ask me of this pairing a lot, has 72 votes. Materumi, again like Fem Itachi and Guren, many have asked me, has 72 votes. There is a tie between Koyuki and Fem Itachi, along with Guren and Mei being Naruto's girlfriend in the timeline of the past. Naruto is inside the past, he can't go back to his timeline. The time jutsu effect has wore off and Naruto is now a being of the past thanks to Kurama. I know I can make this a harem to solve this problem. But right now that isn't my goal, so I say Naruto will have one out of the 4 top women or give him 2 girlfriends. Fem Itachi, Guren, Mei, and Koyuki. Konan, I'm gonna add Konan in since she was very close to 70, being fair to large number of people who voted for Konan. Right now I'm gonna ask you all, which girl you like or believe fit perfect being Naruto's girlfriend, since he is now stuck in the past timeline. Well, that's all for everyone, see ya. And I updated this sooner than many thought. I thank everyone who has been enjoying this story so far.